Now, troops of the Nigerian military has neutralized 2,351 terrorists, 2,308 persons arrested, and 1,241 kidnapped hostages rescued. Director Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, who made the disclosure at the bi-weekly first quarter press briefing in Abuja, explained that troops also recovered 2,847 weapons, 58,492 ammunition, and denied the oil theft of an estimated sum of over 20 billion naira. While expressing its readiness to focus on what to do with these terrorists and their cohorts, DMO noted that the armed forces is fighting a vicious enemy in the ongoing operations across the country. DMO says its aims is to kill these terrorists and the infrastructure that supports them, as it has been collecting intelligence, hunting them and striking them where they may be hiding and hibernating.
2024 has resulted in 2,351 terrorists neutralized, 2,308 persons arrested, and 1,241 kidnapped hostages rescued in the first quarter. Furthermore, troops recovered in this first quarter 2,847 weapons and over 58,000 assorted ammunitions. And we denied the oil theft of over 20 billion naira in this first quarter of 2024. The breakdown is as follows. We recovered 1,497 AK-47 rifles. We recovered over 33,000 rounds of 7.62mm special ammunition and over 12,000 rounds of 7.62 NATO ammunition, as well as 948 assorted arms and over 5,000 assorted ammunition. Other achievements within this first quarter includes the recovery of over 21,000 liters of stolen crude oil, over 2.7 million liters of illegally refined AGO, otherwise known as diesel, over 53,000 liters of DPK, otherwise known as kerosene, and over 52,000 liters of PMS, otherwise known as petrol.
To discuss this latest from the Nigerian military, I'm joined by a security expert, Dr. Awwal Abdullahi. Dr. Abdullahi, it's good to have you on tonight. Given the ongoing operations against terrorism in the country, as a security expert, what specific tactics and strategies do you think have proven most effective in neutralizing these terrorist threats and dismantling their infrastructure?
Military, thank you for having me. It's what I will call military-civil relationship. Credible and timely intelligence, use of the civil-military relationship and getting credible and timely intelligence. Synergy between security agencies, between the tri-service itself, and synergy between security agencies, as well as the strategy put together by the Defense Headquarters under the able leadership of the professional but very administrative Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, whom have come with a new strategy, whom have adopted a new approach, who have come with new skills on how to tackle insecurity generally, kidnappings, cattle rustling, banditry, Boko Haram, and general insecurity across the Federation. These are things that has been adopted, like I said, new strategy, new technique, new approach that is coming up under the able leadership of this officer gentleman, the Chief of Defense, General Sidi Musa. He had this way of reaching out. He has this way of extracting information. He has this way of getting it when it is supposed to be and then walking the talk. As he get the information, he walk the talk. And this is why you are having this great achievement within the first quarter. And believe me, like the director of Defense Media Operation has said, they are expecting to achieve more. And I believe if the tempo continues the way it is, with the strategy has been adopted, with the civil-military relation, with interagency relation, with working towards getting information, not waiting for the information, but working towards getting the information from where it's supposed to be gotten, and also having credible and timely intelligence. Believe me, the security situation in Nigeria is getting better and is going to be much more improved, more than the way it is right now, because the guy at the helm of affairs is very willing to work.
We certainly hope so. But then again, there's always the concern about the innocent getting entangled. How does the military, how would you advise they ensure that those detained are properly processed and that innocent individuals are not wrongly targeted?
I will refer you to what happened just last week. You will recall, as a journalist and as a television, some court gave a verdict, a ruling, after a certain time of detention of a certain group of people, and then there was no evidence to prove their involvement in crime and criminalities. A court gave an order that they should be released. And then the armed forces under the leadership of the Chief of Defense Staff actually released them, and the information is flying everywhere. This is the first time that a court will be given a ruling based on the fact that there is no substantial evidence to prosecute those arrested. And then the armed forces under the leadership of the Chief of Defense Staff are obliged to release them as directed by the court. This is a modern military, a military that is led under the able leadership and modernization of the armed forces, where the armed forces listen to other sectors of the Nigerian leadership, where the military listen to the instructions or the verdict of the court for as long as the people or the verdict does not constitute a national security threat. For as long as the people that the instruction has been issued for them to be released are found not to truly be guilty, or there is no substantial evidence to prove their guilt, or an allegation that is whatever offense that has been alleged to have they have been committed, either through conspiracy or passing information, or being gun runners, or alleged to be attempting to commit crime. This is the first time, like I said, that you are having this kind of a thing. So the innocent will continue to be released for as long as they are mistakenly being arrested, for as long as they do not have culpable contribution, or they did not in any way be part or try to assist those that are committing crime or are attempting to commit crime. For as long as anybody, whoever he is, that has been arrested on an allegation or suspicion, and then he's found not to be guilty of the crime as alleged or as being suspected, believe me, General Sidi Musa, as the Chief of Defense Staff, will make sure that such people do not continue to be detained, also do not get harmed, because he, like I said,
in the interest of time,
a seasoned administrator.
In the interest of time, so I just have one more question for you. Bearing in mind what happened in December, and the military had some explanation, civilians were affected. So I'd like to ask specifically to the general's comment about kill terrorists and the infrastructure that supports them. How does the military balance this aggressive approach with minimizing civilian casualties to avoid what happened earlier, and keeping international humanitarian laws?
Believe me, the armed forces under the Chief of Defense Staff, General C.G. Musa, are very mindful of the situation. They are very mindful of human rights. You just heard me qualify him as a professional soldier and a seasoned administrator. So combination of the two. And don't forget, this man has a department called the Civil Military Relations Department. All these things are geared towards ensuring that those that are not supposed to be affected by military operations are not affected, unless if circumstances that come and then nothing can be done about it, unless so. Otherwise, intentionally, I can guarantee you that there will be no way how people that are innocent will be involved in killing. But then you have
I guess unintentional cases, I think that's where people are a lot more concerned about, because nobody will willingly or willfully do such a thing. So the idea and the plan is to minimize it. I'm sorry to interject, but that's the much time will permit us for this conversation. Thank you very much for speaking with us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much.